It's Nolan.
Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show.
Lifelong dreams being elevated. Leave a nigga face down like he meditating. Growing up, trepidation in my locale. Hearing 40 cal, know somebody need resuscitation. I describe myself, nothing define me. Paper cut, sharp, origami. Business in the iPhone, biting the apple like Shinigami. Death notes, every bar's like a homie. I'm the Clyde with a Bonnie. Rhythmalism, I'm too quick. New scripts, I'm producing them daily like news clips. Roof Chris, give me all of the beef, I'm a sous chef. Homies had them 8 balls for the green like a pool stick. I learn my ingredients as I get older, more lenient. We use bitch niggas to be convenient. Need more cash, that's immediate, expedient. My experience teaching what I couldn't get from PBS. Freedom of the finance, read a pie graph, I take my pride back. Flip the color like a Mike Jack, niggas ain't like that. Take a name like it's Iraq, you diss me? Might stab a nigga with a wine glass, it's risky. Might crash, don't invite me to the function. I smash niggas pumpkins, all together conjunction. Southside nigga cooking up like it's a luncheon. We don't need a studio to get you niggas punched in.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there. OMG. Dog, the last 2 days have been insane. Okay? Rory and Maul podcast, they have been getting fucking cooked out this bitch, man. Now, of course, their show has definitely been under intense scrutiny for the last year due to their very pro-Drake stance, their kind of anti-Kendrick sentiments. They were already getting flamed since 2024 for that. But these last 48 hours, they have been in the motherfucking pressure cooker. These motherfuckers been in the wood fire grill. Them shit where they put the goddamn pizza with the whole, man, they been getting flamed up something crazy. And I must say, they earned their seat at the table for this. You know what I mean? Now, it first started with their latest episode of their podcast. They came out and they spoke on, of course, Grammy season. That's been, one of the big conversations. Like, the main conversations that have been going on for the last couple of weeks is hip hop dying? What's going on with the charts? And Grammys 2026. Who takes home rap album of the year? Who takes home album of the year between GNX and Clips? Let God sort them out. Now, at the end of the day, it's not a guarantee anybody that we're suspecting is going to win, especially in the general album of the year category. But as far as hip hop is concerned, everybody is looking at Kendrick, GNX, Clips, Let God Sort Them Out, and they're all on the same team. So regardless of who wins, it's a win for all of us. And if they take the stage and take that motherfucking trophy home, that's hip hop at the end of the day. That's the representation that we stand on. But for whatever reason, they decided to, come out with their customary content. And their co-host, Demaris, came out and basically voiced that she would be pissed off if GNX swept, right? In terms of both album of the year and rap album of the year over the Clips, right? So she's coming out and acting like she's this big Clips fan, this big Clips advocate. I haven't seen where she said so much about the Clips, but if that's her stance, whatever, but once that took shape and people started calling her out and calling the podcast out, she decided to come out on social media and try to defend herself against the people. And this is where Demaris went wrong, because she says, well, I'm a Kendrick fan, this and that, but I just don't love everything that I like the Clips album better. But people proceeded to out her for statements made on the very podcast that she hosts with Rory and Maul, where she literally came out and said that she didn't want to hear no more of Kendrick's music. She literally hates his voice and the way he raps. So people exposed her inherent bias against Kendrick in all facets. And again, you could be against somebody, you could not be a fan, whatever. But again, when people call you out about it, at least be genuine in your hate. You know, there's certain artists that I don't like, whose music I don't like, and I'm going to just be honest about that. If they drop something dope, I'm going to say it's dope, but it's not going to necessarily make me a fan. Or if they do make me a fan, I would say so, right? But when you say things like that and then you come out and act like you fuck with somebody at the same time, that's double speak, that's double-mindedness, and people are definitely going to get their share on your ass, and they did. So as this was taking shape, Rory proceeded to come out and I guess, tried to defend Demaris. And this was a very old school case for those of us that know what the fuck going on at the lunch table. It's like when you laughing at somebody and then that one person at the table laughed too hard and they say, well, what the fuck you laughing at? Nigga, let's get into you then. It basically was that type of deal. So then they proceeded to start piecing his ass up. Okay? They started pulling up old tweets of Rory, very questionable tweets, anti-black tweets, things that, err on the side of perhaps racism. And they brought him to the fire. Another bad decision, he decided to jump in on Spaces last night and try to defend himself and proceeded to get cooked in the motherfucking broiler. And y'all know how hot the broiler gets. They turned his ass on high in the broiler. He went in a regular piece of bread and came out completely burnt. It wasn't even no bread left in that motherfucker when niggas got done with his ass. The shit completely disintegrated. Maul jumps in, I suppose, and try to defend both. He gets his ass kind of cooked as well. The Rory and Maul podcast has officially been cauterized. Now let's go ahead and pull up the clip that started a lot of this discourse.
The official nominees for Best Rap Album at the 2026 Grammys are Let God Sort 'Em Out by The Clips, Glorious by Glorilla, God Does Like Ugly by JID, GNX by Kendrick Lamar, Chromacopia by Tyler, the Creator. GNX is going to sweep and it's going to piss me off because The Clips deserves to win. And that's not Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick just opened his mouth. Someone go hand him a Grammy right now.
Jamal.
Where's your
Jamal?
I'm just saying the boy is prophetic. That's all I'm saying.
He's a Grammy darling.
And that wasn't even surprising. Maul, he couldn't wait to come jump in and throw that in there. I mean, he's literally OVO, but the only OVO nigga that actually does not move around with them. But whatever. I guess he's OVO by Bluetooth. Okay, we'll continue.
Goes without saying. Do we think Alfredo 2 should have been in here?
Absolutely.
Okay, but what do we take out?
GNX.
You can't take out one of the highest selling albums.
All right, so fuck it. Let me be misogynistic. Glorilla.
Okay, I would agree with you. The only reason
I was trying to keep a female representation there. I was trying.
The only reason why I think they got it right,
all right,
because I'm not looking at whatever my taste is. If you're trying to put together a proper category that does reflect the entire genre, I could see why you would put Glorilla in there. The album is good.
It's a good album.
I personally would put Alfredo 2 there before it, but I get why they would do this.
Yeah.
And I gotta be honest, this is unrelated, but since he threw Alfredo 2 in the conversation, bro, that album is not that fucking good, yo. Like let's just put a pin in the conversation. Alfredo 2 is not that fucking good, and I know I got some Freddie Gibbs apologists that tune into my channel from time to time. Freddie Gibbs can rap. I loved the short film. I watched it here on YouTube. You can find it. There's some solid rapping and, solid Alchemist production on there. Is it amongst the best raps in production of the year? No. Song-wise, there's nothing memorable. It's just a bunch of above average raps and Alchemist beats that, we know Alchemist beats. But the thing about Alchemist beats, even at his peak, he was with elite rappers that turned his beats into cultural staples. My perception of hip hop may be different than others, but I live in my truth. I witnessed it. I lived through it. Alchemist used to be one of my top producers. Is he today? Yeah. But off of his old catalog, not so much of the new. But anyway, Alfredo 2 is not a Grammy nominee album. Fuck out of here. I just had to put that out there in case nobody else addressed it in this sequence.
Sometimes they keep it fair, sometimes they don't. I could never really, figure that out with the Grammys. But I mean, congrats to everyone in this category. I think they'll give it to Clips, let God sort them out, but won't give it to them in the album of the year category. I don't think they'll snub the Clips twice. I don't think the Grammys has the balls to do that.
They've did it to Beyonce like 15 times. You don't think they got the
They don't got the ball. Like, this conversation is I think I'm losing brain cells as I'm just engaging with this content. They don't have the balls to snub the Clips twice. In reality, what is the Clips gonna do? Shoot up the place? Now, again, if the Clips win or lose, I'm rooting, I'm clapping, I'm having a good motherfucking time. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody would have expected the Clips to even make it to this point. Nobody even had the Clips on their fucking lineup of like what was going to happen in 2025 like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was people that wanted the album, wanted the reunion, finally received word that the reunion was happening. And there was a stir in hip hop, but nobody could have predicted what the outcome was for the Clips. The fact that they've permeated this deeply into culture to where they're even nominated, they won. Now, I'm sure they want to win. And I hope, in there, if however the votes go, I have no votes. I'm sure the majority of us engaging with this have no votes. So we really can't determine nothing. It's really up to opinion and discussion, but it's not going to sway anything. So whichever way it goes, it's all good.
the balls to do it to the Clips?
Yeah, but Beyonce never sold coke.
You don't know that. You
Beyonce
don't know
never sold
that.
coke. That's what
You don't know that.
Not knowing if Beyonce ever sold coke.
She's never stepped on something to make it.
Yeah, Beyonce never tap danced on a brick before. We know
So
that.
y'all don't think that JID could be taken out for Alfredo too?
No.
Okay.
No, it would be Glorilla for me in the rap category.
I wouldn't substitute Alfredo 2 in my own fucking kitchen, but that's what that's what initially got people talking, right? Now, as people started calling Demaris out, like I said in the beginning, she got on social media and tried to do some cleanup on Al 6 and proceeded to get swept up. So the homie Screwface John saw the same video, and he says, could be wrong, but seems like she don't like Kendrick more than she rooting for the Clips, right? And this is something that people have been saying about her, but when Screw got a hold of it, he basically reinforced that idea, which caused her to react, right? Like, as much as she rooting for the Clips, I think it's really because she don't like Dot. So she says, hi, I'm happy you said could be wrong, quote unquote, because you are indeed wrong. But I appreciate you leaving the door open for correction. All right? As if she was about to correct him. She also says, show me where I said verbatim, I quote unquote hate his voice. Not a fan is what I remember saying. I listen to Kendrick's music. Listening to a nigga music to not be a fan is interesting too. I do not hate Kendrick. I said multiple times I respect him and that he deserves what he gets. I've been very impartial. This narrative starting to irritate me. Y'all aren't victims. And when she says y'all, she's talking to the Kendrick fans on Twitter, the so-called K-bots as they try to call them, or what have you. But she asked, she said, show me where I said verbatim, I hate his voice. And what did the people do? They produced the verbatim clip.
Change our minds. We're not fucking Kendrick Lamar fans. I've said on every platform possible. I hate the way Kendrick Lamar raps. I hate the sound of his fucking voice.
Same. I hate his voice.
I hate his voice. And I will not listen to him again simply because I hate the sound of his voice. It does not take away from the talent. Change our minds.
So, on one hand, she says, I listen to Kendrick. But then in another instance, she says, I will not listen to another fucking song of his because I hate his fucking voice. I hate the way he sounds. I hate the way he raps. And at the time, Julian, who's no longer at the show, proceeded to agree. Demaris then comes with a series of tweets. On the bottom, we're going to go bottom up. So at the bottom here, it says, nah, the Kendrick fans won. I deserve the slander. So she admitted to her wrong. She said, y'all won. I deserve it. You know, get y'all shit off. I fucked up. Rory jumps in, says, wait. So saying you want the clips to win a Grammy is considered hating? Laughing emoji. She says, oh, hi, welcome. Welcome to the party. I've been getting flamed up alone. We'll get to Rory shortly. Okay, I Am a Masterpiece proceeds to speak to Demaris. They say either you were lying then or you're lying now. You choose, but your integrity is shot, which I don't disagree with. Demaris proceeds to say, this what y'all don't understand. Podcasters are not journalists. Huh. Shout out to Milagro. Shout out to DJ The Don't Spin. People who are trying to convince us about this podcaster versus journalist thing until it's time to face journalist issues. Then they want to say, hey, I'm a journalist. Then they turn it off. She says, we don't have to be impartial. We have opinions and change our minds, and yes, sometimes be on bullshit for the sake of conversation. That is where a lot of stuff is getting fucked up. Be on bullshit for the sake of conversation. It's the same critique that I have about the Joe Budden podcast, is I believe that most of them, for the most part, probably share the same views, but for podcast sake, they want to shake things up and be dicey and keep the engagement. So then they engage in these fake ass arguments that they really don't even believe in, which is why they end up sounding so idiotic. It's like a sacrifice of your own integrity for the sake of the podcast, right? Others believe that they're just naturally that dumb. I don't know. Maybe they are. People are revealing themselves rapidly. So she says, like normal human people, listen or don't. But please stop dissecting our words. It's crazy that a person that speaks on a mic for a living does not want their words to be the mark of their impact. This is exactly why I always, those of y'all that have been here for the last year or so, y'all know I always say I use my words very specifically. I say things in a very specific way because I know I'm always going to say it the same way. You could say, did you mean this? No, I meant it the way I said it. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I'm critiquing something or speaking about something about my taste. I'm always going to say one or two variations of the same shit because I know I speak in a very specific way. But she says, we be on bullshit for entertainment. Y'all shouldn't dissect our words. Well, when all of us are out of here, and this content perhaps gets used and archived as a part of the American hip-hop story, you probably would want your words to have some value in order to actually be used in the annals of history. But everybody isn't thinking that far ahead. Now, mind you, this up to this point, this is only the superficial cooking. We haven't even got under the skin. You know what I'm saying? We just breaded the motherfucking chicken and fried that bitch up. But the inside is still not done. Now let's get to Rory. So they proceeded to bring out his tweets from yesteryear, all disparaging black women in a ruthless way. So this here is an RT from 2013. It says, do your black ass mother and grandmother know you don't like black women? He says, nope, which he ain't got a black ass mama or grandmama to even worry about that shit. But he says nope. Furthermore, He RT'd this person, Yemeni Dirty, whose page is also deactivated at this current point, that says, I've never saw a good looking black woman. He RT'd it. This is 2014. Very strange, as he was dating a black woman and procreating with a black woman around this time. But terrible. Terrible. And just like us, the situation with Fentano, just because somebody date or marry a black person don't mean that they love black people. You could engage with our shit too, but them true colors always manifest. Another one, 2014. Y'all all love black women. He says, nah. 2012. G Star Greg says, son, there are way worse baby names than Blue Ivy, LMAO. He says, like the hood rat name Beyonce. So he says Beyonce is a hood rat name and comfortably said it in front of people on Twitter as a white boy. Hood rat. Boy, you stupid as hell. And you had the protection of the black community, I suppose, at this time, because Twitter was alive and well at this time. Black Twitter was alive and well in 2012. You know what I'm saying? But, this is a guy who, didn't he pledge with the Kappas or some shit? So I guess they allowed him to blend in like he was Boricua or something. I don't know. But the chickens have come home to roost. Now, as Rory was on Spaces to try to answer to these old tweets and try to, I guess, engage with the people that were dissecting these old thoughts of his to try to get some understanding of like what the fuck, they wanted an apology out of him. Rory proceeded to come in and basically be pretty sarcastic as people were hurling, their feelings, their offense, their disappointment, a range of emotions as people were discovering this, and he accepted it with sarcasm. So here are just some of the clips, because I'm not going to play everything, but just you can hear some of the tone of what's going on. And he ends up getting barked on by numerous people.
Like how much I hate black women and how I have specifically just targeted you in our company to make sure that you are devalued and never mind. I'm gonna chill.
Sarcasm.
Is this real outrage or is fake outrage? Like people really tripping right now?
Apparently.
That voice y'all heard was Gina Views. I don't know why she signed herself up to be in the midst of that, to try to be a Rory apologist in the moment, to ask if people really outraged. Yeah, they were. Okay? Don't say, he don't want to be say.
Man, what y'all here talking about Rory? They canceling your ass?
Yeah, no, I hate black women. I think all black women are ugly.
I've been trying to tell them that you felt that way.
Yeah,
Sarcasm.
I hate them. I think all black women
I
are
can't wait to put that in my lawsuit.
ugly and disgusting. I only
Stupid.
think white is the only pure beauty. As you know, as I tell you guys all the time, how much I love white women.
I don't know if you can really troll your way out of this one, man.
Who
Exactly.
tried to get that point across to you.
No,
It
I
is
couldn't agree.
violence.
I couldn't agree more. With everything that you said. So
Thank you.
Hey, I
And
just
I
yeah,
wanted
and I
to.
hope better for you, Rory.
I couldn't agree more with everything that you said. My point the entire time has been saying I'm not apologizing for anyone that has said that I've called black women ugly or roaches. That's all I've said. I apologize for everything else, but don't ever say that I called black women ugly or roaches or anything that y'all have been trying to put on me, because I never said that. And I know Julian's here, so I'm sure that was added to it. But yeah, I've never said that. I agree with everything that you said.
Yeah, but
Thank
Rory,
you.
Rory, you didn't, and this is G here, but Rory, you didn't lead with the apology.
Peace,
So,
peace, peace, peace.
yeah, so
No,
you,
no, no, no. Because what was led was that everyone was saying that I call black women ugly or
no, that's not what it was
roaches.
led
That
with, bro. I was here when Ev and them people was up here, and they brought up.
Now, he said stuff about ghetto crayon colors, weave, lace front, blonde, all type of shit, all right? I'm seeing this stuff flashing on the screen. as I'm even listening to this. I didn't even see all this other shit.
With the receipts of the tweets, and you were just like
They was retarded and
you were being
everything.
Yo, bitch, fixing her makeup in my rims. N word. Whoa.
bro. And this is the thing, you're denying.
No, I
You're
was being
basically you're
condescending because
denying
I
what
never
we
said
all
that.
saw here. Like you were being condescending.
Okay, never
You
mind.
were you were deflecting. You were being
All right, go ahead. You
sarcastic,
got it.
right? You were being sarcastic, and
I'll always be sarcastic with something I never said.
no, but there was things that you actually said, and you were being sarcastic with that as well. You were saying like, "Oh, did I delete tweets?" You tell me, like, bro, like, again, we don't have to rehash the shit because I just came up to address not even you. I came to address like really, and it's not to shift the fucking lens off of Rory, but it's really more so like uh, uh, when you have niggas like Maul and people like that around a motherfucker like Rory, that's what happens, right? You have niggas that they just don't have no standard that they hold their friends to. No, that's not what it was
Roaches
led
that
with, bro. I was here when Ev and them people was up here and they brought up the receipts of the tweets, and you were just like
they was retarded and
you were
everything.
being bro. And this is the thing, you're denying.
No, I
You're
was being
basically you're
condescending because
denying
I
what
never
we
said
all
that.
saw here. Like you were being condescending.
Okay, never mind.
You were deflecting. You were being
All right, go ahead. You
sarcastic,
got it.
right? You were being sarcastic, and
I'll always be sarcastic with something I never said.
no, but there was things that you actually said, and you were being sarcastic with that as well. You were saying like, "Oh, did I delete tweets?" You tell me, like, bro, like, again, we don't have to rehash the shit because I just came up to address not even you. I came to address like really, and it's not to shift the.
All right, so that's, I don't know why they played that twice, but y'all see that was some of Rory responding, but he really got fucking barked on. So I wanna play this because there was a nigga in that bitch. I think it was certified. He was talking to Rory like he was his motherfucking daddy. I need to hear this one more time. All right, I found it. Here we go.
This is '09,
Like,
dog.
no, nobody was nobody was even thinking about that. It was jokes back and forth at the time in 2014 amongst our crew. The black woman that I was living with probably was the one that took my phone to do that shit.
Did she do
I
it or
get
you
it.
did it? Which one is it?
And Rocky, you know who the fuck I'm talking about too.
And this motherfucker proceeded to blame the black woman he was with who might have put the tweets up. She gonna go on your shit and put a tweet up dissing black women on your behalf. Are you fucking crazy? Now, I don't know all the black women that Rory dealt with. I know that there was one, I won't say her name out of respect, that was definitely around for the majority of his time on the Joe Budden podcast, but the last couple of years, she had left and he was in relationship turmoil and playing the depressed role and all that other type of shit. But to blame a black woman for your shit is surprisingly low.
Like,
Yeah.
it's like,
Did she
No, I
do
mean
it
I
or
get
you
it,
did it?
but
Rocky, you met her. Like, what are we talking about right now? This is insane.
Give
As a
him that
white man,
vote.
This is fucking
as a
Uh,
white man,
insane.
folk, you can't joke like that.
is that
As a
Bugsy?
white man, you can't joke like that in no sense, folk. And if you do joke like that,
Facts. All
and
right,
black
cool.
people
I'm
are
with you. I'm
offended,
with you. I'm
you
with
need
you.
to
I'm
be
with you.
no
I'm with you.
no. You
I'm with
talked
you.
enough, bro. You talked enough. If
Go
black
ahead.
people are
I'll mute.
offended by it, you need to apologize to the black people that you offended. That's simple, bro. You sitting here trying to
Exactly.
double down on the shit and you looking real smug and real fucking rape. Like the shit is plain and simple, bro. You either gonna apologize for the shit that offended people. Don't sit around here talking about it's a fake tweet. It's on your page, bro. We know how the
And
internet
you
work.
tried to
The fact that you sitting here,
delete it.
wait, hold on. The fact that you sitting here and you trying to insult our fucking intelligence, bro, is what's pissing me off, bro. I sat in this bitch and I ain't even hop up in the speakers because I ain't even want to address it. But you sitting around this bitch trying to tiptoe around this shit, and it's motherfuckers around here, actual black people that are allowing you to tiptoe around this shit. If you said this shit and you said this shit in a time where Twitter was insensitive, cool, bro. That ain't own up to it, nigga. If they getting on your ass right now and you said some shit that offended motherfuckers, don't double down on it and try to insult people's intelligence and
I'm
try to
not.
insult people's
Why do you think
minds,
I'm sitting
bro.
here now?
Apologize for the shit that offended people and move on, bro.
Okay.
Simple.
The only
This
reason
shit
I'm
ain't
still
rocket
sitting
science,
here
brother.
when everyone
This
else
shit
is
ain't
telling me to
rocket
get out
science,
this
brother.
space.
Cause
And
he
I guarantee
comfortable
No,
in
you,
it.
no,
He
I
think this
I
shit
guarantee
a
think
you,
treat.
your
I
black
think we
line
saying the
brothers,
same fucking
bro,
thing.
your black line brothers will violate your ass if they saw some of this shit, bro. So you need to clear the shit up, apologize for the shit, and move on. But the double down on it, bro, somebody clipping this shit up and they gonna send it to the coppers and they gonna get on your ass, bro. Like
Okay,
you gotta own up, you gotta
they can
own up
clip
to shit
anything.
and be a fucking man, bro. Stand on your shit.
No, the
Simple.
reason is me
This
being a
some
man
shit
is why I'm in this
this some
fucking
shit
space when
a father
everybody's telling
figure
me
should
not to
tell
be.
your ass, bro. You a grown ass man, bro. Stop trying to insult motherfuckers' intelligence, bro.
I'm not insulting anyone's intelligence.
Simple.
I'm in this
I
space
just said how
because
you
Yep.
trying to do it, bro. You sitting up here talking about, oh, they're fake tweets. It's not. It came from your fucking page, bro. You retweeted the shit, nigga. We know how retweets work.
And some of them shits are still on the page. Some of them have been since deleted, but some of them are still there. So to say that was fake is crazy.
We probably about the same age. So I know how retweets work, nigga. Back in the day, retweets work by you going to another motherfucker page and you dropping a comment behind a retweet. But it came from your page, bro. You're not finna sit here and insult motherfuckers' intelligence, bro. That's the only thing I'm here to say on it, bro. Own up to it, or stand down on it, or get the fuck off the space, bro. Listen to your co-host. Simple, bro. But don't insult black people's intelligence, bro. If
I'm not
black
doing
people
that.
said, if black, you're a visitor in this culture. If black
I
people
agree.
said that you're a fucking, that you fucking offended them, apologize, bro, and move forward. It's simple.
I've said before, if I offended anybody, I apologize, but I'm
All
not
right,
going to
that's
Oh,
it.
that's
apologize.
That's
cool.
it.
If I offended anybody, I apologize. It's not a real apology. You should be offended by the shit if you really want to apologize. You should be offended by your own actions, not trying to pass it off as, oh, it's fake. Oh, this or that. Oh, the girl I was living with probably did it. Oh, this or that. You know what I mean? If I offended you, I apologize. Bruh, you done. You're cooked. You're finito. Sweep. Clean sweep, homie. What the fuck you mean if I offended? Like, that don't make no sense to me. And again, this is why people continue to be hesitant to give white people, and not all white people fall under the same umbrella. But Rory was perceived as one of the ones that respected the culture. Even if people didn't necessarily agree with his takes or his viewpoint, he had been around for such a long time. The people he came in with were so closely attached to hip hop that he was accepted and expected to, be something else. But this is why people are hesitant to give white guys a position to speak in any position of authority in hip hop. Yes, it's different at the labels. Yes, it's different at the corporate structures. But we're talking about in terms of having an actual voice about what it is that we're engaging with, what it is that we like, having taste. You know what I'm saying? Being able to speak with any level of, authority on what's good, what makes up good music, supporting the music, you know what I'm saying? All of these different things. But it just feels like eventually every time you give somebody that benefit of the doubt, it always comes back and rears its ugly head and shows why they shouldn't have been there in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So you earned it. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. And you sat there in Twitter Spaces, which was also, like I said earlier, stupid move because you gave people an open target on your back to just throw their arrows and darts and smacking shit on you all day. Must be in the Drake playbook to run a humiliation ritual on yourself just to make yourself feel good. Because other than that, I don't see what the point was, especially if you went in there being sarcastic, being smug, being condescending. Clearly, you trying to play it like, oh, I'm here to listen to everybody. You can express yourself. I'm being a man about it, but you weren't being a man about it because the key thing of being a man about your mistakes is owning up to them, accepting them, apologizing, and doing what it takes physically, not just in lip service, to do better moving forward. But that is not what was displayed in that motherfucking space. So unfortunately, it looks like the whole podcast, the whole cast is now in a grave. You know? Sucks to be you. You know? It was all fun and games. It was all, you know, jokes. They some D-Riders. Oh, this, that, and the third. The OVO, Rory and Maul podcast. All that shit is done. You know what I'm saying? It don't even matter who you like or don't like or who you ride with at this point. It's gotten to a deeper space. And now y'all written yourselves out of the list of hip-hop blogs to even, or media platforms to even keep up with. You dug your own grave, filled that bitch up, and put fresh grass over your own shit. Congratulations. You played yourself. Let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one, man. I'm tired as fuck, but we had to get to the content. I'll see y'all in a minute, though. Peace.
Yeah, family over fame in this bitch, yeah. The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'll never politic and the drama be piling on. Father and great son acknowledged like I'm Bobby Bonds. Conversation with my lady about the paper route. 5 sit bank accounts every day I make it count. They down talking my commentary for hating now. Well, I can take it cause I'm bodying your favorite now, please. I can do this shit in my sleep. I been writing for these niggas, y'all read it and weep. I been fighting these niggas if you speak on the street. I'll turn your birthday party into New Year's Eve. Don't let me take it there. We ain't playing fair. This the ATL, Southside nigga moving furniture like Wayfair. Life on hold, no insurance for your healthcare. Lifeline gone, so you wanna be a millionaire? Well, let me tell you about this world I built. The women I dodged, the niggas that I read for filth. The sympathy cause consulting for the stacks I built. I had to